Greetings once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking Shamblers. This time around, we're going to be checking out a level known as Demented Delirium, made by Eric Braun on October 18th of 1996, according to the documentation, though it seems to really be October 19th. And the documentation on this one's rather weird. For some reason, it's saying October 30th. So, I think for this one, I'm going to not really include the documentation because it doesn't seem to really line up at all with the original timestamps. I don't know what's going on with that one. But yeah, we at least got the level here. It's a level, it's within the time frame that we're looking for, so here we are. But yeah, it's mid-October instead of November. A level that for some reason we never saw before, but was in that period of time we could have seen it. So, rather weird. But I guess that's to be expected. We haven't seen every level, of course. And so here's one we ran across. Anyway, this is a level made using Thread. And I said it's made by Eric Braun, also known as Xanthian. Now, as for what this level is, it was made for deathmatch and has many items located around in it for deathmatch play. However, because it's harder to find people to play deathmatch levels with than to play by yourself, I have inputted some monsters to whack at. Due to the large number of items, I made it hard. So be sure to put all the artifacts to very good use. So yeah, there's no exit or secrets to this level. Nothing really fancy. It was mostly intended to be a deathmatch level. But, like he said, he basically added, after the fact, a single-player component. So, rather interesting, actually, that we're seeing more levels being made. Basically, as he said, it's getting harder to find people to play deathmatch levels with. I'm curious if that's actually part of why we're starting to see more single-player content. For the first few months of Quake, it was absolutely crazy with just the amount of multiplayer content. Every single level seemed like it was a deathmatch-based level. And suddenly now, you're seeing a lot more single-player-oriented content. Like, a lot of the stuff we've been seeing lately has suddenly begun more of a priority for single-player, or has offered a bit of single-player. So, rather nice. Honestly, I'm very supporting of this change. I think this is definitely a bit of a better era than where we kind of came from, whereby we'd spend endless eras trying to get to one level that was a single-player level. Anyway, let's see here. As said, this one won't have any exits or secrets, so don't expect this to be a real fancy campaign level. It's just another little simple single-player level. Anyway, he gives credit to Jim Lowell for answering my questions and to John Mavor for writing Thread. He can't forget the folks at id Software, because without them, Quake wouldn't be much fun. Anyway, you can also play cooperatively, but you all start at an identical position. Yeah, he didn't include a co-op start. It just had like a normal player start. But yeah, that's easy enough to fix. I already have that fixed up on the server, whatnot. Anyway, let's see here. If it's not hard enough, type skill 3 at the console. If it still is too easy, try beating it without the artifacts. And I know it's not impossible, because I have finished it, as has a friend of mine. Okay, so he's really tempted me to try and do it without any of the power-ups. Okay, that should be interesting. But let's see here, it's a new level from scratch, obviously. It probably won't run good on a slow machine, sorry. Yeah, this is a relatively big one. It's over 1,000 kilobytes. It's not the biggest level we've seen. I think 1,500 is like the height of like the highest levels we've seen. But this is getting up there. This is definitely not a small level. And it took about 100 to 200 hours. He was learning to use the editor. This is the first level he's made. The only level I know he's made. It's one of those people who made a level and then maybe disappeared. I don't know. Maybe he'll make more levels? Who in God's name knows? People come out of the woodwork and then disappear endlessly. That is pretty much Quake, isn't it? That's most of the level designing or whatnot in custom content. You'll see a lot of names that don't really go anywhere. But, yeah. Other than that, if you want to play Deathmatch, email him. You can do different stuff. It may be distributed only over the internet. You're not authorized to put it on a CD or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. It was made to use a thread. Okay. When you start, don't just start attacking the vor, and going through the doors is bad too. I, for example, run to the wall in the direction you initially face and get the quad damage first, and then I attack the fiends, and then to the Hell Knights. If two monsters are fighting, don't interfere until one dies. That gets rid of a lot of monsters. Unless you have a quad damage, then kill them both at once with a missile. So yeah, it sounds like he's making this to be a hardcore experience. So let's see how hardcore this really is. How long are we going to be stuck playing this level? That is what I'm intrigued about. Honestly, I'm one who likes a hardcore level that will take forever to try and tackle. So let's see actually how bad this is. How do you spell delirium? I think it's like this. And there we are. 42 enemies and a vor patrolling straight ahead. Oh god, my mouse isn't like lined up right. Why does my like sensitivity feel slow? Yeah, it's like jerky. It's like not moving right. Oh god, there's a vor about to kill me. I can't even look straight, and there's a vor gonna kill me. Well, this is a horrible first playthrough. And hooray, infighting! I haven't even done anything. I can't even look right. Like, I can't even look straight. Okay, you know what? This is absolutely horrible. I don't know what's going on. But it's like, yeah, looking straight ahead seems to be my real challenge of this map. I can look straight up, I can look straight down, but looking sideways is getting kind of weird. It's kind of weird, people. I don't know, it's like the sensitivity is off. Like, you notice this when I, like, look straight up and I can spin all around creation. I look straight down. Look at that slowness of sensitivity. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. And it's not my mouse. I can move freely around in normal, my normal computer. But as soon as I started that level, it suddenly had very weird looking. Let's see if I can look up and down normally. No. See, look at this. This is weird movement. I don't know what's going on. My controls haven't changed at all. And yet, this is absolutely horrible. Like, this will be absolutely awful to try and play. And like I said, it's not my mouse. I can move normally perfectly fine here. I don't have any trouble at all moving around. And if you notice, it's only when I'm looking straight ahead. If I look straight up or straight down, I'm able to turn in circles perfectly fine. But you get to the middle, and it's like you can't really turn at all. It's like you're resisting when it comes to turning. I don't get it at all. I don't know what would be causing this at all. So that's interesting. Let's see here. Is there anything in my processes I would like to kill? Let's kill this random JavaScript. I see Node.js JavaScript. Let's kill that. I don't know why there's JavaScript. Maybe that'll fit something. I can hope. Let's pray to a higher power that this will actually fit it. Just by killing whatever random JavaScript I just closed. You know, I don't know what's going on with my DOSBox. Like I said, I haven't changed anything since last time. So it's not like I have changed stuff around and have it all wherever. Now look at this. Yeah, see look at this. This is horrible. I'm like so janky. Like, yeah, you can look up, you can look down. Okay, I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to stop the video. I'm going to have to, like, reboot my computer and see if that fixes it, because this is not going to work well, obviously. Anyway, see you all in a minute. So, this is pretty much what I mean by DOSBox is pretty, clunky as an interface and system. Because this type of stuff seems to happen a lot. We have sound popping issues. We have the mouse freaking out half the time. Yeah, it definitely is not the best of experiences. Oh god, now it feels very sensitive. Yeah, now it's like the exact opposite. Now it's like ridiculously fast in comparison to normal. Okay, I can work with ridiculously fast. Okay, but yeah, it actually seems to be fluid now. I don't know what happened before. I don't know why it was so janky like that. But it seems like a computer reboot has fixed the issue. I'm hoping. I don't even know what caused this issue in the first place. Could anyone out there explain to me what happened? I'm going to keep that part in just because I want to show you guys exactly what a God's name I had to go through, because that was a very weird situation. I know it wasn't too long, and that's exactly why I keep it, because it wasn't too long of a recording or anything like that. But why did it even occur? Why can't I just, like, load up the game and play it? You'd think it would be simple, but no. Instead, it feels like I have to fight with the game every time I want to play something. And that pretty much summed up my experience with DOSBox. Anyway, let's actually get underway, because I was kind of wanted to, and then kind of got all distracted by different stuff that really went nowhere. Is it? No, it's map Delirium. Okay, there we are. So there's a voa. There's a triangle. There's triangles everywhere. And there's a fiend. Oh, God. Okay, now we have a bunch of enemies chasing me all over creation. That's really good. Okay, this is probably not good. We have three Death Knights chasing me around. Oh God, there's things trying to kill me everywhere, aren't they? I'm trying not to fire because I don't want to alert anything, but that's not really working out for me because, you know, the whole lack of things around. Oh God, things are dropping from the ceiling. That's already 6 out of 42 enemies, by the way. With me not even firing a single shot. Which is good because we have only so much ammo, and there's a bunch of Death Knights chasing me around all creation. That's the biggest issue right now. I need to get this. There we are. We gotta get some infighting going on. There we are. Get some Death Knights fighting. Quick heal up. Let's kill this Death Knight. We need a breather. The more we actually kill, the more we actually get a breather, and then we can actually get out of this mess. Owie. Okay. Oh look, a Shambler. Just what we needed, right? After all that, now we have a freaking Shambler just sitting up there waiting to kill me. Okay, let's pot shot him as much as we can. Because he's not really staying still or allowing me to really hit him. But yeah, so far I haven't used any power-ups. I've killed 14 enemies. Though there's still a bunch more to kill. And I don't even know where I'm going at this point. Hard to assume where he's going to be. Probably a waste of ammo. But there we are. Okay, Shambler's dead. That's all I really wanted. I wanted peace of mind against a freaking Shambler running around. Okay, so we actually killed stuff. 15 enemies. And we actually have a breather for once. After fighting with my mouse and all that craziness that's going on, I'm really happy to hear that. Let's see here. We have to get around, though. We need to find stuff. Like healing. And shells. We need ammo. That's a big problem. These shells here are probably very useful. Oh look, an ogre. Where'd he go? Okay, we need to kill this ogre. Brilliant! And look, 100 health, but we don't want to pick that up because that's a power-up, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to do this without picking up the power-ups because he said to do it without doing such if you want a real challenge. So, I'm trying to do it legitimately. He said it's possible to be done. So, I'm going to do it somehow. Or at least try to. Let's see here. There's a double-barreled shotgun over there. Not sure. Do you consider red armor a power-up? I mean, technically it's a power-up, but at the same time, it's not really the same as some of these other power-ups. Technically, 100 health is... Oh, God. Oh, God, it's pitch black. What the heck is going on? I seem to have fallen in a hole of death. Here, let's light these guys up. Well, that didn't really work out for me. That's the hard part, is there's so many, can get some infighting going on. So that's exactly it. You want to use, like, as much infighting as possible. Okay, get that little bit of infighting. And then get this infight going. There we are, brilliant. Okay, get ready with the axe. Oh wait, it really didn't work out in my favor. Don't want to hit that door because otherwise it'll alert the Voa. Right now I'm trying to actually get some resources. Oh, a double-barreled shotgun heading in the darkness. Brilliant, right here I can easily shoot them without them hitting me. Hooray for nightmare ogres. Have to use that stuff wisely. Okay, so this is the large room. Okay, we need to get some stuff going, like killing the Voa. There we are, kill as many of these guys as you can. Okay, so that kills him. Quick, back up. Okay, now we have one big problem. Namely the fact that we have these two Death Knights that are chasing me around and I have like no ammo. Quickly run to the large giant room and hope that the Fiends and Death Knights can work this all out. Okay, seems like they're actually stuck there. There we are. Use their spread projectiles, that way they can actually get some infighting going. And now, while they're all distracted, we can heal up. Brilliant! Okay, this is actually working out well for me. Now the main problem we're having with all this, of course. Brilliant. Okay, we hit him. Get another infight going. But now the Voa is coming. And, well, I don't have much ammo. So I'm trying to still not waste any ammo because I want to hit this guy with the Voa somehow. Okay, this isn't really working out for me, is it? I think I hit him. There he is! Brilliant! Go get him, buddy! Okay, now we're gonna have to play the game of hide at this wall and hit him. And hope this works out. Careful. Back up slightly. That didn't really work out. Too much health. Quickly, in between. Okay, this is one way to skin a cat or kill a Voa. Whichever way you want to say that statement. Quick heal. Grab some health. Let's run over here, grab this health. Gotta be ready to dodge those fiends. We can move back here, and Scrags are very, very good at causing infighting. So let's run down here, grab a bunch of different stuff, and move all around creation. Oh, wait. This is a bad place. Bad place. Move away from that. But as you see, lots of things are dying. Okay, one fiend down. Trying to get some distance. Two fiend down. Three fiend down. Okay, so we killed all three fiends. We're in a little bit of a breather point. 12 enemies down. Seems like last time, doesn't it? Yeah, we need to be careful this time. First of all, we need to get that super nail gun. Without that, we don't have any guns as an alternative. I don't want to waste on that Shambler. That would be pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, let's try and kill the... that ogre or something over here. Okay, as you see, we have plenty of nails at the moment, which is good because we need to kill them. These guys are easy enough to kill. We'll just dodge back and forth. That way we can conserve. Okay, we need to get to a double-barreled shotgun. I believe there's one in that corner over there. First thing first, let's wipe these guys out. We need more movement room. Leg room is the biggest priority at the moment to survive in this map. Okay, we got plenty of rockets. We just need a rocket launcher. That's the big problem, isn't it? We lack different guns. The more gun variety you have, the more likely you can survive a level. If you have like a rocket launcher sitting around somewhere, you're pretty good off. If you don't have a rocket launcher sitting around, obviously you're... Could you, like, stand somewhere and actually try and hit me? Okay, of course I would have to swap out. Okay, this ain't good at all. Just dash up here, I guess. Oh, that's another Shambler. Run for your life! Had to pick up that red armor. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't know if that is legit. I assume it's legit. I assume really they think the power-ups as being like the pentagram, the quad damage, those type of things. I would hope. Also, you can pick up all the power-ups like this. This level was created by Eric Braun, blah blah blah. Oh wow, each one of these is actually a different credit. Now I need to see what that first one was. Yeah, okay then. So now we're getting some mid-fights. Where did the fiend go? We need more fiends. The more infighting, the more mess. Okay, run away, run away, run away. Dodge this way so we can avoid him. Right now it's kind of crazy. Get this health. Brilliant. Once we get a bit of healing, we'll actually be in a better position. Wonder if those are actually like shootable buttons or something. It'd be nice if I actually had the ammo to play around with, but yeah, that isn't exactly likely here. Okay, we have two fiends. Nope, we only have one fiend. Okay, come on, fiend, die. Okay, so that is one fiend down. Where's this lead? It leads to pain. And is that a rocket launcher up there? Aha! That is what I needed. This changes the game tremendously, people. That is pretty much exactly what I've been looking for everywhere. So, yeah. The fact that I didn't have a rocket launcher pretty much was why I was having so many problems. Now that I have a rocket launcher, I'm in one situation a little bit better than I was. Of course, it's not the end all be all, but it's better. Let's head this way and let's get some of those scrags going. So we still have other stuff running around all creation. So now we can get some infighting going on here. Every one of these guys is needed to be killed. One more. Okay, that's not good. Quick, move away. Hearing no knights, and I think the knights are coming down from here, right? I think so. Okay, one more knight. Kill him. Okay, there we are. Breather. 16 enemies killed. There's still another ogre. Can't clear the woods yet. Alright, so that is that one. And I think there's a double-barreled shotgun over here. That will give us a little bit more ammo to work with. So that's 17 out of 42 enemies. Now, let's see here. We can get the super nail gun ammo from down here. That'll give us a lot more to deal with that Shambler. Let's pour some healing. Various resources. Yeah, we're not doing too bad at the moment. We have plenty of resources to work with against a Shambler. I think I want to pot shot him from upstairs. It'll be a lot easier to target him and less to waste ammo on. But first of all, we want to collect these things. Giving me some keys are probably useful for something, I guess. Okay, let's see here. If you haven't read the text file, may the Lord have pity on your soul. Level was created by Eric Braun. It's freeware, please distribute. This does not be sold, which includes actual software, of course. And water holds many secrets, but evil lurks in every corner. Okay, so we're looking for water. Apparently. That did nothing. I was expecting maybe something to happen. But yeah, water lurks in every corner or something. I don't know. But yeah, at least now we've gotten what we need to kind of begin this whole thing. We're still alive at the moment. But how long? That is, of course, the biggest question of all this. Now, this Shambler, we want to really pot shot him. Because he moves around too much and we can't easily align where we're going. There we are. He's getting kind of down. He should be only a couple more shots. Hopefully. Brilliant. Just had enough shell ammo to wipe him out. And that way I still have 155 nails to work with. And plenty of rockets. Which is, of course, the bigger thing to deal with. Now, we can use that elevator, and we can see what's up there. Beside that Shambler that he was guarding. Might be useful to check that out. Seeing it the other way with the Shambler's not exactly the best situation at the moment. Okay, so it's a couple double-barreled shotgun shells. It doesn't really help me too much, but it's something. There we are. Been waiting for them to kind of infight each other. You ready? Didn't kill him? Okay, get on the elevator, buddy. There we are. Okay, he's gonna come down here and try and kill me. Amazing. He must have not really got hit because I thought it's like 3 rockets kills a fiend normally. So, yeah, I was expecting a lot less damage. But at least it killed the Death Knight for me, so that's something. Okay, I think maybe this is where the water goes. I don't know. But it's definitely something like this, I think. Quickly line up so we can take care of these fiends. There we are, 2 fiends out of the way. 24 or 42. We still have a bunch of enemies to kill. Luckily, we also have more rockets here. Just what we needed to wipe out a bunch of stuff. And even probably more important with all the Shamblers running around. Shells. Precious, precious shells. Yeah, ammo is really... Owie. Very important to get some infights going on. Oh god. Shambler above my head. Okay, it doesn't seem like you can really get down here too much. Okay, at the moment, doesn't look too bad. Oh, got another Death Knight. There we are. Phew! Okay, so that is now nearly 30 enemies. We're still alive, surprisingly. But yeah, it's definitely a bit harder than your normal level. I would say a little bit more. Not too bad, though, so far. It has a lot of open space to work within. And so that kind of is my benefit. Now that I have a rocket launcher, it makes it a lot better than it was. Now, there is yellow armor up here, which is advantageous, of course. But, of course, that's also a thing I don't really care about the moment. Let's try and wander around more aimlessly. We have other stuff to explore and see. But yeah, I think that is where the water... I think that's where that hole led me to. I'm hoping. I was hoping I could avoid getting injured. Let's see here. Let's go... That's a good question. Where in God's name am I going? The more I know this level and figure out where I'm going and avoid the power-ups. Like I said, I'm trying to avoid power-ups, but I don't know if I can avoid that armor. Okay, where's this go? Okay, this just leads out to here, so that does do this. Now, I'm assuming what I just did will also alert stuff. Well, where does fiend? It's one fiend. One enemy down, people. It seems like actually, yeah, there's some infighting. Hooray! Oh, I don't know where the other enemies are. They might still be running all around creation, not wanting to come through. But at least that's 2 of the enemies down. Bit less than when we first dropped through there. Let's see here. Let's get back down here again. Go through the cycle of futility. Circle of futility. That's now the thing. Can we, like, see down there or so? Okay, brilliant. He teleported. And here we are. Lots of little resources, like extra cells. That's very helpful. Plenty of cells now to tackle, well, a Shambler. And that's what we have coming up that I know of, is a Shambler. Now, is there anything in the water? Get me out of the water! Dear God, get me out of that bloody water! Water holds many secrets and danger lurks in every corner. They weren't kidding, were they? Yeah, I'm gonna need more health to make sure I'm ready before I drop in there. Seems like, yeah, that's gonna be the pool where I'm gonna have to, like, mess around with and see where I can drop in and, like, get some infighting with. Or maybe I just, like, start shooting in there and see what happens. Seems like shooting a bunch of fish in a barrel, doesn't it? Let's see here. 33 out of 42. We're doing pretty well, though. Okay, that's 2 plus 4s. Owie! Okay, don't shoot again. This is not really working out for me because the splash effect of the rocket launcher. But at least we killed 2 more Vors or whatever. In fact, we've killed most of the enemies in the map. I may not be doing too well health-wise at this exact moment. Okay, I can survive this drop. But at least that's a lot less. We're definitely a lot closer to getting out of this level alive. Just need to make it past a few more enemies. And we have yet to pick up any red armor, power-ups, anything like that. So, needless to say, I think we've definitely made this accomplishment. As long as I don't mess it up on anything up and coming. Here. And there we are. Now I killed the Shambler, and we can head on up. Nothing here. There we are, some infighting. Now we can get away from the edge. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Look at this. There we are, that way the void can't kill me in this giant open area. Okay, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. There's only 2 more enemies, and a grenade launcher is actually very useful for killing those voids or whatever in the water. But yeah, here's like the upper floor area overlooking the entire rest of the map. There's another quad damage up here, though at this point we really don't need more quad damages. In fact, really, I'm doing really well with ammo. Like, I was conserving ammo throughout this entire mission, but really, I think I've been doing too well on conserving ammo. Now, let's see here. Can we hug this wall again? I don't want to touch the red armor. Ah! We gotta be careful not to take any damage. Well, I will have to take 5 damage or so on the little drop down there. But yeah, you guys know I had enough health to deal with that. So, we can at least make it that far. So yeah, all it is you shoot into here. It's like shoot fish in a barrel. One more down. 2 more down. Brilliant. Okay, that's all the enemies in the map. We did it legitimately. Now we can actually go all around and collect all the power-ups because there's nothing more to do in the level, people. We accomplished the goal. You want to see me kill everything in the level without using any power-ups? Well, there we are. I just proved that was possible. Just to do it and just to say it was done. Yeah. Not that bad at all. But yeah, okay, now all we do is just run all around creation, we pick up whatever in God's name we see, and we get out of this freaking level. As said, I ended up walking over the red armor at the last second. But as you see, it didn't really matter that much. It didn't change anything. Like, even if I didn't have the red armor, it would have, like, mattered, like, very, very little. Because all I did was drop down that hole. Then I just spammed everything and basically killed the last 2 remaining enemies, so... Needless to say, not exactly a biggest of concern. It's not like I lost the mission or anything in my eyes. But yeah, just a matter of collecting all these random goodies that throughout the entire mission I've been avoiding. And we could collect this little bit of health and get 100 health just for completion's sake. And yeah, I think that's about everything. I don't think there's really anywhere else to go in this mission, people. Unless the upper floor area, actually. Actually, you should collect this 100 health here, too. And we'll go up to the upper floor area. Because there's, of course, up there still. But yeah, it's really all this level is. Just a bunch of different stuff on different levels. It's a decent little single-player level with a bunch of different action, at least. It does provide that much. But yeah, no level exit, sadly, so you can't really consider it a campaign level or anything like that. But that's the level. Yeah, just a lot of reckless moving all around creation, killing stuff. So yeah, this level was definitely a bit interesting. It seemed like my biggest issue here, though, was actually just trying to look up and down. And really, once I found the rocket launcher, my issues were made a lot less severe. Really, the biggest problem I had with the early stages of the level was I didn't have different guns to work with, and I only had like one gun, and they were giving me ammo for guns I didn't have. And that usually is a problem with different things like shotgun starts and all that. You'll end up with ammo that you don't really need and a bunch of ammo that you can't use on top of the guns you do have not having any ammo at all. And that basically sums up how this one kind of started. I started with a lot of having to rely upon infighting, having giant open areas with a bunch of fighting, but as I went through and figured out where things were and how to navigate around the level without dying, you ended up seeing I ended up getting a bunch of resources, and by the end, I definitely was able to dominate the level. I didn't have any real danger or real difficulty near the end. But yeah, definitely a more involved level, a lot of tougher opponents, if you will. And definitely a nice little level to play around with. It's another single-player level, and you can't really go wrong with a single-player level. But this one is pretty nice because it's just pure gameplay with a bunch of deadly enemies. It's almost all Vores and Shamblers, which is really nice to have an onslaught of deadly opponents. Because a lot of these missions are on the relatively easy side, so having something that is a bit more painful, if you will, is always welcoming. And so, yeah, having something like this, even if it felt like at the end of the day, a lot of the power-ups would have made it too easy if we had picked them up, at least we could see that, well, if you don't pick them up, you can do the level still and accomplish it. And that's exactly it. We made it through the entire level, especially once I picked up the rocket launcher. I don't even think I died once I had the rocket launcher. It just was a matter of, well, figuring out where that was in order to not run out of ammo. Anyway, that's really all this level is. There's really not much more to say. It's just a giant open space deathmatch level. Honestly, I'm not sure this level would work too well in deathmatch. I'm not really sure I see the deathmatch potential. I mean, really, there's all one direction to get to the upper floor. There's like no other way to get up there. The middle area, there's two ways to get up there. You could use the elevator or the teleporter, but there's just that area. And other than that, it's, yeah, mostly a giant open courtyard area. I just couldn't imagine this being a very functional deathmatch level. I see this, honestly, as being a better and more logical thing in single player. The way it kind of worked out, where you run around a giant open arena fighting to get a bunch of tougher opponents. I don't know, it just made a lot more sense than a linear somewhat direction that you'd be going in deathmatch. Like I said, you did have a relatively linear direction getting to the top, and other than that, there is a bunch of quad damages and power-ups, but all that means is that you'd have a bunch of quad damages and power-ups in deathmatch. And yeah, you have that one open courtyard area whereby you'd be fighting, I guess, for the rocket launcher. So I guess it makes sense. There's really not much beneficial to the top floor that I could think of. I think all there was up there was like a quad damage and some shells. But it's still the fact of the matter that, yeah, it's if anything, that means there's a bunch of useless areas in this map. It has a bunch of wasted space that really wouldn't pay off in my eyes in deathmatch. Maybe it's just me. I just cannot really see this as being a scattered mess. But for single player, I think it worked pretty well because giant open areas versus Vores. Vores are enemies that usually you can survive better if you have tight corridors because you can move behind a door and hide from the enemy. So having giant open areas where Shamblers can easily hit you, Vores can easily hit you, it works well. Like I said, the whole mindset of Quake as a general rule is that the enemies actually end up being easier to fight in more close quarters. The more tight the corridor is, usually the better you can exploit the AI And if not exploit the AI, you can cause infighting, you can cause a lot better things for your advantage. So something like this that works absolutely in the opposite and is giant and open and has voids able to toss projectiles directly at you everywhere is definitely a different and almost welcoming experience. Not really the biggest of highlights, especially not due to the lack of level exit. At the end of the day, it really felt like a bunch of power-ups thrown about haphazardly in a giant open area. I feel like with the power-ups, this level would have been a lot easier than I even made it out to be. And as I said, it wasn't too bad once I got the rocket launcher, so needless to say, I can't really say this level was that brutally hard. I think we've played harder. I think something like Hello, especially, was a lot harder than this one was. So, yeah, it was different. It was definitely something a bit different from the normal gameplay experience in a lot of these progressive levels. But at the end of the day, it's really not that useful. It's just another little level to mess around with, I guess. Yeah, it's one of those levels I can load up in single player from time to time, but not one of those levels I'm going to remember too much because it doesn't really have a level exit or anything like that, as said. Anyway, I'm really repeating myself here. There's really not a lot more to talk about. Thank y'all for watching. It's been an adventure. I shall be seeing you all, well, next time.